got some pumpkin all diced up in water, and the reason why I have it in water is because it keeps it fresh while I prepare the other ingredients. Hello friends, Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Welcome to my kitchen. Today we're doing an old classic. I shared this recipe originally back in 2009, I believe, on CaribbeanPot.com. There wasn't ever a video made for this, so here we go. Stewed pumpkin Caribbean style. You guys are gonna love this one. I've got a nice wide pan here, and it's important to have a pan with a lid on a medium heat. So I'm just going to go in with a little bit of olive oil, and you can use coconut oil, you can use vegetable oil, whatever sort of oil you like cooking with, you can certainly use that. I just love the sort of nutty flavor I get out of that olive oil. I'm going to go in with some diced onion, as well as some sliced garlic. And something a little bit different, because I love to add a herbal note to this, some fresh thyme. It's a little bit different than the traditional recipe coming out of the Caribbean for pumpkin. I'm going to turn my heat down to low, move that around in the pan, and let that gently sweat down for about 3 or 4 minutes. Next up, I'm going to go in with 1/4 of a green scotch bonnet pepper that I chopped up finely. You can use, you don't even have to use scotch bonnet peppers if you don't want to. You can use yellow, red, green, whatever color you want. And I have here 1 cup of shredded salted fish, salted cod, or saltfish as we call it in the Caribbean. Now remember, my heat is still on low, and I'm just going to move that around. You're gonna get that jump from that scotch bonnet pepper and that hot oil is gonna give you a little kick. So remember to open your window or put the fan on above your stove. If you're looking for a video, now this salted fish has been prepared, so which means it's been soaked, it's been boiled and rinsed and then shredded, which all it does is remove most of the salt it was dry preserved in. And if you're looking for a video for that, check out the description of this video. I'll have a link to a video for that. Just going to go in with some fresh ground black pepper. Give that another quick stir. And my heat is still on low. The whole idea here is to create that lovely flavor base we're always searching for. So the salted fish has been in here now for about 4 minutes. So this is when we're going to go in with that cubed and washed pumpkin. One thing you will notice is that I will not put any salt in this dish. The remaining salt from that salted cod will be enough to season this properly for me. However, near the end, you guys can certainly taste it for salt and adjust it to your own liking. The whole idea here now is to bring this up back to a sort of a boil so the pumpkin will start releasing its own juices. So I'm just going to turn my heat up to about a medium and put the lid on. I'm just going to go in with some brown sugar now. And this sugar is going to add a nice sweet undertone to this pumpkin. Turn my heat down to medium-low. Lid back on and let that slowly go. It's going to release its own liquids, its own juices. Let that go until it starts going nice and tender. It's now been about 20 minutes, and you'll notice all the liquid that I promised you guys was going to sprout up. So here's what we're going to do. This is fully cooked, it's nice and tender, but we need to get rid of that water from the bottom of the pot. So with the lid off, I'm just going to crank up my heat to high to burn off all that liquid. Here is where you'll also taste it for salt. Remember I said with the salted fish in there, it will have enough salt for my liking, but here's where you're going to taste it for salt. And the other thing, using the back of the spoon, you're going to pretty much press down on the cubes of this pumpkin, because it's supposed to be like a sort of a rough paste when it's all done. And this is what we call pumpkin talkari or stewed pumpkin. It took about 5 minutes on high to burn off all that liquid, but this is perfect consistency for me now. So there you go, friends. Stewed pumpkin or pumpkin talkari. Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. I probably gotta apologize to my mom. Growing up on the islands, myself, my brother and sisters, we hated this thing. Oh boy. But today as an adult, I love me some stewed pumpkin. Always a pleasure to have you guys here in the kitchen. I'm gonna give mom a call, apologize to her for the hard time I gave her as a kid. Have a great day and check out CaribbeanPot.com for this and over 300 Caribbean influence recipes.